Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to yet again another hockey card collection. This one could be possibly the biggest one that we're ever going to make. It's the Philadelphia Flyers hockey card collection. And for those who don't know, my favorite team is the Philadelphia Flyers. So obviously, everything in my collection is going to be a little bit bigger than than every other team. So with the Flyers today, we're taking a look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 12 full pages of Philadelphia Flyers hockey cards. We're looking at a lot today. So, brace yourselves. It's going to be a very long video. Get a little bit of snacks, get a little bit of a drink if you're into those hockey card collection type videos. And yeah, let's get into the collection. Starting off here in this hefty collection, we have a team checklist for 2018-19. It's kind of funny because a lot of these players are gone now. I can only name you one. Yeah, just one of these players on this, two of them. Only two of these players on this thing here who are actually still in Philadelphia. So, goes to show how much this team has changed the past couple of years. All right, so starting off here with Keith Primeau as the first captain. Decades after Keith Primeau has retired, the memory of his performance in the 2004 playoffs will live on in minds of Flyers fans. Primeau carried Philadelphia on his back and to within one win of a Stanley Cup Finals berth in his leadership of 9 goals in 18 postseason contests that year. Then you have a Victory Hockey, Mr. Hockey's Greats for Keith Primeau. We have a couple of these. For 26 years in the NHL, Hal provided excitement and excellence in the game. It's just showing what Gordie Howe did. Mr. Hockey on Keith Primeau. Primeau is a solid power forward for the Flyers. He's produced since arriving in Philadelphia years ago. Next up now, moving on to my favorite player of all time, without a doubt. And I'm also going to show this too. I literally have a phone case for him that is unfortunately irrelevant now. So obviously I'm going to need to get a new phone case. But Claude Giroux. We got a good amount of cards here, starting off with his Parkhurst card from 2016-17. We have a O-Pee-Chee Platinum card for him. This is actually on my 14th birthday cake, so it's pretty cool. Next up, you have this base card for Giroux. You have an MVP card for Claude Giroux. You have another base type card, Parkhurst. You have his Upper Deck base. Giroux posted his 8th career 20-goal season with the Philadelphia Flyers in 2019-20, netted 6 game winners, including one on November 21st, when he had a pair of markers and 2 assists, leading his club to a 5-3 road victory over the Carolina Hurricanes. And then you obviously have this scorecard from 2013-2014. So, interesting card collection there for Claude Giroux. Has obviously been one of the best players in Flyers history. Definitely one of my favorites. Struggling to, because the amount of cards that Giroux has, I'm struggling to put it inside of the case here. What the? Hold on a second. Let me swap the card out real quick. Sorry about this. I'm not sure why this is taking forever. All right, there we go. All right, next up we got Mike Richards. Scorecard there. Philadelphia's captain has twice been honored with the Bobby Clark Trophy as the team's MVP, but it was his 23-point performance in the 2010 playoffs that cemented the comparisons to a Flyers legend. He always finds a way to step up when it matters, said line mate Claude Giroux. Next up, we have an SP Authentic for Richards. Tabbed by the Flyers in the 24th overall pick in the 2003 NHL entry draft, Richards has enjoyed increased per-game production each season since his rookie campaign in 05-06, culminating with an 80-point season in 08-09 when he tied for 16th in the NHL in points and 17th in assists. And then you have his Fleeter Ultra card as well. After that, then you have Rod Brind'Amour. Rod has played 484 straight games, last missing one in February 22nd, 1993, the NHL's longest current streak. Doug Jarvis owns the record. Obviously now Keith Yandle owns the record, which was also broken by the Flyers. Next up, you have his Premier 72 card. Nothing on the back there to read. And then you also have his Parkhurst card. Brind'Amour finished second on the Flyers in scoring last season. He collected 13 power play, 4 shorthanded, and 4 game-winning goals in 92-93. Brind'Amour is a hard worker who is a solid two-way forward. After that, then you have Ron Suter. Some interesting cards for him. After that, then you have the famous Eric Lindros. Lindros got off to a good start in 94-95, recording a team-high 21 points in his first 16 games. Then you have his scorecard. And then his Flyers NHL Best card. Blending strong physicality with a terrific scoring ability, Lindros is one of the most talented players in the game today. He's powerful, has great touch around the net, and makes swift passes too. And that does it for the captains, believe it or not. We just went through literally 7 captains in the Flyers history, so interesting there. Next up, you have Terry Kartner for moving into the assistant captains now. After that, then you have Daniel Briere. Briere received the Toyota Cup in 2010-2011 as the Flyers who accumulated the most points associated being selected as a star of the game. The All-Star Center was named the first star 8 times, second star 6 times, and third star 4 times. Ranked second on the team with a career-high 34 goals. And then you have his scorecard here as well. And that concludes the first page. Moving on to page number 2 now, starting off here with Wayne Simmonds. Simmonds, obviously an icon in Philadelphia as well. Got his MVP card there too. And then also his Parkhurst card. Honestly, I'm not Simmonds is Toronto. Toronto, that's right. Haven't really heard all too much from him anymore. That is unfortunate. Next up, Simon Gagne. One of my stepdad's favorites. He has a jersey for him. I'm trying to buy it. Gagne has delivered since joining the Flyers in the league, joining the league in 1999-2000, being named the all-rookie team that season, and becoming an all-star in 01-02. A gifted offensive player, Gagne seems poised to take his game to the next level. Then you have his scorecard here as well. And then you also have his victory card. After that, then you have Mark Streit. Streit, who was 38 when the 2014-15 season concluded, tied for 4th among NHL blue liners in assists. He wore the captain's C for the Switzerland in the World Championship at season's end. After that, then, you have Flyers defenseman. Well, obviously, they're Flyers. Kimmo Timonen. A 3-time NHL All-Star, Timonen played in all 82 games in the 4th time in his career in 2010-2011 and posted a double-digit positive plus-minus rating for the 3rd time in 5 years, plus 11. He led the Flyers in block shots, 175, and scored his 100th career goal on March 5th against Buffalo. Then you also have his scorecard and another version of his scorecard. The youngest player at 17 to represent Finland in the World Junior Championships way back in 1993, Timonen has enjoyed a long and successful NHL career. The former Nashville captain was stellar in the 2010 playoffs with 10 assists and a +6 rating in 23 contests. After that, then, you have John LeClair. John LeClair in the 1999-2000 season was no different from LeClair, as Philadelphia's all-star left winger continued to score at nearly 1 point per game. Even more, he reached the 40-goal plateau for the 5th straight season, giving him 235 in that stretch. Then you have his crown here. That's a cool card. LeClair's 2000-2001 season ranked as the 7th with Philly, as he ranks the team's top 10 all-time in lists in goals and points. John's series-clinching goal in the Eastern Conference semifinals in 2000 was his 8th playoff game-winning goal as a Flyer. Then you have his UD Canvas choice. We have his Upper Deck card. LeClair, along with Eric Desjardins and Gilbert Dion, joined the Flyers in February of 1995. And we also have his Sports Illustrated Kids. Interesting back cover. This doesn't even feel like a card. Like, it's so bendy. Weird. After that, then, you have Kevin Dineen. Kevin enjoyed a resurgence of his offensive production last season. He combines smart positional execution with good speed and checking and plays a terrific two-way game. He's skilled at checking and stripping the puck to begin the transition play. After that, then you have Mark Howe. So some assistant captaincy there. Then you have Chris Pronger. Pronger, famous in Philadelphia. 2 months after the season ended, Pronger recorded an assist helping the Flyers sign 5-time Hart Trophy finalist in 1999. Wait, what? Helping the Flyers sign 5-time Hart Trophies in 1999, winner Jaromir Jagr on July 1st, 2011. I didn't think he was going to go there, but after the conversation, the coaches and Chris Pronger, I started to like it. Did not know that. Next up here, you have his Upper Deck card. Pronger logged a total of 180 and 34 ice time in 2009-2010, the second highest number among NHL skaters. He logged a +4 mark during the Stanley Cup Final Series with the Blackhawks. Next up, then, you have Rick Tocchet. I almost said John LeClair again. Here's his scorecard. Here's his Pro Set All-Star card. And here's his Pro Set Base card. And that does it for the assistant captains. So that was a whole page of just straight up just assistant captains. Now we move on to the players who did not receive captaincy as of 2020-2022. Next up here we have Donald Brashear. Donald spent the better part of 6 seasons in Vancouver and was established as a fan favorite when he was traded to the Flyers. At 6'2", 225 pounds, he has the ability to win plenty of battles in the corners and along the walls. Donald was originally signed by Montreal in 1992. After that, then, you have Gordon Murphy. Here is his Bauman card and his career against all teams. Looks like the most here is 7 against the Devils. Interesting there. We've seen like ones against the Penguins, the Flyers. And you have his score base card. After that, then, you have Braden Coburn. Then we move on to Shane Gostisbehere. There's his Parkhurst card. Gostisbehere, obviously, with the Coyotes, 28-19 MVP. And then O-Pee-Chee. Part of me misses him, but part of me doesn't because he's on my other team. Next up here, you have James Van Riemsdyk. This is a highlight card. Interesting. Visiting Philadelphia and Van Riemsdyk looked like a toast in Game 6 of the 2011 first-round series matchup against Buffalo. Trailing 3-1 after 1 period on the brink of elimination. On the ropes, the Flyers pulled a Rocky and fought back. They won that game in overtime and landed the haymaker in Game 7. Interesting. You have his MVP card here as well. Van Riemsdyk's 2 power play goals helped defeat the Rangers 3-2 on April 22nd, 2021. I remember that. I think that was the day of Sam Morin's first NHL goal. You have his base Parkhurst card, and then you have his base Upper Deck card. Van Riemsdyk scored 4 goals across 2 games in December of 2019. He jammed home a puck at the point from the paint and wristed another on the power play and down the Sabres on December 19th, and then scored 2 more goals against the Senators on December 21st. I remember Van Riemsdyk is rumored to be traded, but he hasn't been yet. Next up, Craig Fisher. After that, then, Jeff Carter. Few players are as adept at finding shooting lanes as Carter. In the last 3 seasons, he has fired 921 shots on goal, the 5th most in the NHL. He has finished in top 5 in the NHL in each of the last 2 seasons, recording 342 shots in 2008-2009 and 319 in 2009-2010. After that, then, you have Pat Murray. Then you have Andre Mazzaros. So learning some Flyers that you may not have known. After that, then, you have a scorecard here for Keith Acton. A Pro Set card for Keith Acton. And then an O-Pee-Chee card for Keith Acton. It's cool. It shows like his game-winning goals. He has only 1. Shows it as like an individual stat. That's interesting. Next up here, you have Brian Benning. Next up here, Nolan Patrick. I think I'm wearing Gostisbehere right now. I think Patrick is somewhere out. It might be out. I don't think it's out on display. But MVP card. And you have his Artifacts card. Patrick, the second pick in the 2017 NHL Draft, started to feel more comfortable on his ice during the end of his rookie season in 2017-18, recording 11 of his 13 goals over the last 38 games of the campaign. Then you have his base card here. You have another Upper Deck base. The second overall pick in the 2017 NHL Draft scored his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal in the 5-1 win at Pittsburgh in a Game 2 of an opening round series on April 13th of 2018. And then you also have his Upper Deck card here as well. After missing the entire 2019-20 season, Patrick wasted a little time getting started in 2020-21, scoring a power play goal in the Flyers season opening 6-3 win over the visiting Pittsburgh Penguins on January 13th. He picked up an assist 2 days later in a 5-2 home victory over the Penguins. So Patrick obviously has moved on to Vegas in that Ryan Ellis deal, which kind of looking like a win for Nashville, in all honesty, even though there was like a three-way trade. Next up here, Travis Konecny. Konecny, been on the trade block for a bit. The Flyers' leading point producer in 2019-20, Konecny made his NHL All-Star Game debut on January 25th, 2020, and set up the three Metropolitan Division tallies in a semifinal contest in the Atlantic Division. Then you have his Parkhurst card here. You also have his MVP card. Konecny set up 3 goals as the Flyers topped the Islanders 4-3 on March 18th of 2021. You have his base card here. Here's an interesting one. You have Travis Konecny Hart Trophy. What? Heart Attack. That's what it's called. Heart Attack. Okay. Konecny followed up the team best 61 points in 2019-20 by recording his first NHL hat trick 2 games into 2020-21 and grew up to be one of Philadelphia's most reliable scorers. Then you have his base card here as well. After that, then you have Blair Betts. Betts remained a key component of Philly's penalty killing in 2010-2011, despite playing 3 months with a broken finger on his right hand, which needed off-season surgery. It was tough having a 4-finger grip on my stick, said Betts, who played his 100th NHL game as a Flyer on December 30th against the LA Kings. And we have a copy here, Andre Meszaros, so our first error. Meszaros, who played in Slovakia in the games in Vancouver in 2010, played one season of Canadian junior hockey with the WHL's Vancouver Giants in 04-05. Move that over to his pile for the next time I do this, which will probably be in like 5 years. Next up, Scott Hartnell. Hartnell has only missed 3 games in 4 seasons as a Flyer, playing all 82 in 2010-2011 and leading the squad in penalty minutes. The hard-hitting forward contributed his 200th career assist on October 26th against the Sabres, scored his 400th career point in March 12th against the Thrashers. And then you have his other card here as well. Hartnell was the youngest player in the NHL as a rookie in 2000-2001 and played his first career game in the league in Japan as the Predators opened the season overseas against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next up, we have Vyacheslav Butsayev. Might have said that wrong. Apologies if I did. Still adjusting to the North American hockey, but his said numbers from his first NHL season do not reflect his potential as a point producer. A solid defensive forward, he has a good wrist shot and hockey sense. After that, then you have Ken Linesman. That'll do it for yet again another page. We have Peter Sabota. Sabota was traded to Buffalo for Kevin Haller on March 10th, 1992. His torn knee ligaments in January of 1993. He was forced to miss the remainder of the season. Next up here, we have a Hall of Famer card for Bill Barber. So we have some older Philadelphia Flyers in this list. It's not just all like 90s and 2000s Flyers. There's some older guys in here. Next up, you have Dan Quinn. The addition of Quinn midway through the 95-96 season solidified the Flyers forward course to the road to the Eastern Conference regular season title. Then you have a Dan Quinn Stadium Club. Dan was known around the league as a power play specialist, very shifty skater who was known as best at home and ice. He had 3 30-goal seasons with a high of 40 with Pittsburgh in 1987-1988. After that, then you have a pro set card for Derek Smith. Topps card for Derek Smith. Fine skater, dominating checker. That's what the back of that says. And then a pro set base card. Notice how I'm not reading the back of all these pro set cards because they are hella long and we don't want to be here for like an hour. Next up, especially with this collection, we have Tim Kerr. Pro set card here as well. And then a scorecard. After that, then you have Mike Bullard. So like these are just like whenever I like collect cards from these teams, like it just like shows like wow, that guy was a Flyer. Like that surprised me. Peter Forsberg, he's one of them. In his first season with the Flyers, Forsberg paced the club with an assist with 56 helpers. And moving on to our lofty collection of Sean Couturier cards. First goal. This is our first one here. We'll read the back of this one. Couturier registered his first NHL goal and his first 2-point outing in the same game. In a 7-2 win over the Senators on October 18, 2011. The assist came in the first period of the pass from Matt Reed, and the goal came in the third period when he ripped the snapshot past Ottawa netminder Craig Anderson. Obviously, Anderson's with the Sabres now. Next up, Couturier. Couturier. The eighth overall pick in the 2011 NHL entry draft, smashed the most second career offensive totals in 2017-18. He tied for third in the league in plus-minus. Then you have a Parkhurst card here as well. You have a base card. You have another base card. That one's a little bit shiny. Then you have a 2014-15 base card. Couturier tied for the Flyers lead with 40 takeaways in 2014-15 and finished the season with a 6-game point streak, totaling 7 points in that stretch from April 1st to April 11th. After that, then you have Michael Renberg. Renberg, part of that Legion of Doom. You have a power play card for him as well. Unlike any other European players who excel at the finesse game, Renberg is pure power. He drives hard to the net and likes to check. He improved upon an outstanding rookie year and even better in 94-95 season. And Renberg seems to just keep getting better and better. Legion of Doom line just really powering through. Next up here we have young forward Joel Farabee. Farabee scored twice to help the Flyers down the Devils 4-2 on May 10th. 2021. After that here we have Stuart Malgunas. Malgunas, who has skated past 3 seasons with the Adrianac Red Wings of the AHL, compiling 71 points. Detroit originally drafted him in 1990. He opened up the 93-94 season with the Flyers. After that then you have Philip Myers, O-Pee-Chee card there. Miss him a lot. Next up, we have Murray Barron. After that, we have Murray Craven. These cards could stick through there. And a scorecard there as well. After that, we have Mike Knuble. Then you got Michael Raffl. Raffl helped the Flyers put away the Penguins on January 13th, 2021 when he crashed into the crease to knock home a net side feed for the game winner in a 6-3 season-opening home victory. And you have this card as well. After that, then you have Ruslan Fedodenko. Then you have Jeff Chychrun. Next page here, you have a couple cards here for Gary Galley. Quite a name. Gary finished the 91-92 season with his third highest single-season point total in the NHL. He played in the 1991 NHL All-Star Game. And you have his upper deck card here as well. After that, then you have Matt Reed. Here's his scorecard. A season ago, no rookie skater scored more goals than Matt Reed, who led the class of the 2011-2012 with 24 tallies. He gave the Flyers flashbacks to January 26, 2013, during a game in which Philadelphia bombarded the Florida net. He achieved his first NHL hat trick to fuel his team's 7-1 thrashing of the Panthers. And you have his base card here for 2014-15. The former undrafted free agent scored the eventual game-winning goal and added an assist in the first period of a 4-1 win over the Devils on December 11th, 2014, earning first star honors. After that, then you have Tony Horacek. Pro set card. Then you have Oscar Lindblom, obviously a San Jose Shark now. Lindblom helped his team earn the international victory of the Flyers' 2019-20 season opener. Hit the 2019 Global Series in Prague, Czech Republic on October 4th. His go-ahead goal on the power play in the second period gave Philadelphia a 2-1 advantage and some momentum that led to a 4-3 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. After that, then you have Brayden Schenn. Schenn's older brother and teammate Luke held bragging rights, serving as the only Schenn brother who had authored a 3-point game in the NHL. Brayden leveled the playing ground when he got on one of his own. He took care of all of it versus the Hurricanes on February 9, 2013, with a goal and a pair of assists. You have his Parkhurst card. And you have his 2014-15 card. Schenn earned the nod as his NHL second star of the week on April 5th, 2015, after recording 3 goals and 6 points in 3 games, helping the Flyers claim 5 of a possible 6 points. After that, then, you have Nicolas Aube-Kubel, who's a Stanley Cup champion. Aube-Kubel picked up an assist in Michael Raffles' game-winning tally in the Flyers' 6-3 victory over the visiting Pittsburgh Penguins in the season opener of January 13th, 2021. He set up Bravo for another deciding goal in Philadelphia's 3-1 win over New Jersey on just January 28th. After that, then, you have Pelle Eklund. Pro set card there as well. Then you have Kjell Samuelsson scorecard. Pro set card number 1. And pro set card number 2. Then you have Brent Fedyk. Interesting card there. Last season, Brent flowered into a capable, oft dangerous scorer, something he never was on a high-scoring Detroit team. As a Flyer, he took more shots and an exceptionally fine release. He likes to work his way down the faceoff circle and let it fly. After that, then, you have quite the cards here for Jakub Voracek, starting off with his base card for Upper Deck. MVP card for Upper Deck. MVP card number 1. MVP card number 2. Voracek scored in overtime to give the Flyers a 5-4 win over the Rangers on March 15th, 2021. After that, then, you have an RFX card for Jakub Voracek. Okay. Voracek was a playmaker for the Flyers once again in 2017-18, ranking 4th in the NHL in assists and a single total that is tied for 10th best single season in total in franchise history. And you have a Parkhurst card for Voracek. A scorecard for Voracek. Voracek couldn't have picked up a better place to produce in his first career hat-trick, rubbing it in as the rival Penguins at their own rink on February 20th, 2013. He became the second Flyer to strike up a 3-goal regular season game in Pittsburgh, with Bobby Clarke having it done on December 13th, 1980. It's Jakub Voracek, obviously, with the Columbus Blue Jackets now. After that, you have Andreas Newell. I feel like we already talked about this guy. Newell was the recipient of the Pelle Lindbergh Memorial Trophy as the Flyers' most improved player in 2010-2011, as most voted on his teammates. He posted career highs in goals, assists, points, and plus-minus, and compiled a season-long 5-game point streak, 2 goals, 3 assists on October 30th to November 13th. Did we already talk about Newell? I feel like we already did. I could be just losing my mind because of the amount of players we talked about so far already. But I feel like we already talked about Newell. Did we? I guess we didn't. That's my fault, guys. Apologies for delaying the video even more. Next up now, we have Maxime Talbot. Not to be confused with Cam Talbot. Not sure where Maxim is now. After that, then you have Chris Gratton. Or Chris Gratton. It didn't take Chris long to fit in with the Flyers 97-90. He registered a goal and an assist in the season opener to give Philadelphia a 3-3 a 3-1 victory. Almost a 3-3 victory. Yeah, that's definitely realistic. After that, then Greg Hoggood. After that, then Ivan Provorov. Provorov scored 42 seconds into overtime to seal a 4-3 win in Buffalo on March 29th, 2021. You have his Parkhurst card. And also his Upper Deck card. Provorov played all 82 games for the second straight season and tied with Victor Hedman and Dougie Hamilton for the NHL lead among defensemen in goals. After that, then Eric Gustafsson. Gustafsson, if you know me, I hate him. Gustafsson immediately won over Philadelphia fans in the Flyers opener on January 13, 2021, when he set up a pair of goals within the span of 4 minutes in the first period. His efforts helped Philadelphia defeat visiting Pittsburgh 6-3. He didn't win me over. Well, he did then, but he hasn't now. Next up, Luke Schenn. For all the tough guys the Flyers have had on their side over the years, they've never met a skater notch more than 196 hits in a single season campaign. Yet, despite having a shortened regular season in 2012-2013, Schenn had a realistic shot topping that total. That's how consistent he is with his hits parade. He's with Vancouver now. Next up now, you have Bobby Clarke. So, obviously, I said we have some older guys. Inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1987, Clarke claimed the Hart Trophy 3 times. He was selected to the NHL All-Star Game 8 times and led the league in assists back-to-back seasons in 1974-75, 1975-76. After that, then, you have Ian Lapierre. Lapierre was part of the trade that sent Jari Kurri to LA to the Jari Kurri from LA to the New York Rangers in 1996. He landed Lappy with the Kings. So Lapierre, obviously legendary with the Flyers, blocked that one shot in the conference finals. After that, you have Jody Shelley. A modern-day Broad Street bully, Shelley was ranked among the league leaders in fighting majors since entering the NHL. Before that, the Flyers' fearless enforcer set a single-season record for penalty minutes, 357, at AHL Syracuse in 2000-2001, and a career penalty minutes record, 420, for Halifax in the QMJHL. Stop laughing. It's just a number. After that, then you have Ilka Sinisalo. I think that's some interesting name there. Next up, then you have Paul Coffey. Penguins fans probably thought he betrayed him. Oh, that's cool. Who did the Flyers trade to Hartford for Coffey in 96-97? Answer is, ooh, that's cool. It's got like a little quiz thing on the back. That is very cool. Never seen one of those before. After that, then you have Michael Del Zotto. Del Zotto ranks second among the Flyers roster in average time on ice, 21 minutes and 55 seconds during his first season in Philadelphia, and 4 of his career-high 10 goals were game winners. You have Terry Karkner up next. Pro set. Upper Deck as well. Drafted in 84, Karkner was an OHL All-Star in 85 and 86. So we're nearing the end of the players here. Next up, we have Nicholas Grossman. Oops. Another one of these Mr. Hockey greats, Mark Recchi. Mr. Hockey on Recchi. Recchi is a proven sniper and leader in Philadelphia. Is also a great playmaker that often gets overlooked. Makes sense. Next up, Scott Mellanby. Steve Casper. Obviously, he's wearing the LA jersey. After that, then you have Stuart Malganis. And the last of the players, or the skaters, you have Norman Lacombe. So it took us 27 minutes to look at skaters. Now we got to look through a very large amount of goalies. We're looking at pretty much almost every goalie in Flyers history. Starting off with the most recent one, Carter Hart. On April 15, 2021, Hart made 31 saves and defeated the Penguins 2-1 in a shootout. And then you have his base card here as well. Next up here, I already see an error. I already see one. You have Tommy Soderstrom. How do I make an error in the goalies? Second in the league in shutouts last season, Soderstrom recorded a solid .892 save percentage in the 92-93. A tough net minor with excellent reflexes. He and fellow first year backstop Dominic Roussel were key to the Flyers' defense last season. And you have a Sweden type like flag there. That's pretty cool. After that, then you have Antero Nitti-Mäki. Try saying that name 3 times fast. A tournament MVP and silver finalist for Finland and Torino in 2016 as netminder in North American professional hockey history to score an overtime game-winning goal with the Philadelphia Phantoms in 2003-2004. He scored a overtime winning goal? No way. I have to look that up. Then you have his base card here as well. The Flyers netminder finished third among rookie keepers in 23 wins in 2009-2006. Nick Niemi posted a sterling 1.70 goals against average in 4 contests for Team Finland in 2006 World Championships. Absolutely butchered his name. Next up, you have Pete Peters. As well as that, then you have Michael Neuwirth. Peter Mrazek. John Van Viesbroek. Obviously, I've said he's an underrated player. The Flyers have been a perennial playoff power for the most of their existence. In particular, Broad Bullies and 70s were extremely successful, earning back-to-back Stanley Cups in 73-74 and 74-75 seasons. Philadelphia has reached the postseason the past 5 years in running. That has nothing to do with Van Viesbroek, but okay. And it's confusing too, because it shows the Flyers logo, so I thought it was I should read across, but so confusing. Yeah, you gotta read down when you read, guys. Next up, Steve Mason. He vanished off the planet. Parkhurst card. And you have his scorecard. Acquired from Columbus at the trade deadline, Mason made a successful Philadelphia debut by stopping all 9 shots he faced in a third-period relief effort in Winnipeg on April 6, 2013. A few days later, he signed with the former Calder. The Flyers signed the corner folder. The Flyers signed the former Calder Memorial Trophy winner to a 1-year extension. Oh my goodness. Next up then you have Sergei Bobrovsky. Obviously was traded away. Thanks to a strong start, Bobrovsky finished second among rookie goaltenders in wins 2018, 2010, 2011. Bob was the NHL's Rookie of the Month in November, going 7-1-2, with a 2.02 goals against average and a .931 save percentage. He was unbeaten in 9 straight starts from October 26th to November 15th. Next up, then, you have Ilya Bryzgalov. A little stain on top of that. So, Bryzgalov, famous in Philadelphia. I think we're still paying him. Next up now, Ken Reggett. Score and Pro Set. After that, then, you have Ron Hextall. Famous in Philadelphia. Hextall posted his best goals against average in 94-95 and led the Flyers to a sensational postseason. You have his Fleer Legacy card. Interesting card. And then you also have his scorecard. After that, then you have Brian Boucher. Boucher has played for 6 different teams in 10 NHL seasons, including Philadelphia twice. His best overall season was in his rookie campaign from 1999-2000. He led the league that year with a 1.91 goals against average, and his .918 save percentage ranked 4th. After that, then you have probably one of the best goalies in Flyers history, Bernie Parent. Parent was an original member of the Flyers when traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1971. He returned to the club in 73-74 to help the team win 2 straight Stanley Cups and then capture the Conn Smythe Trophy both times. One of the most underrated goalies in history, definitely. And then you have his season highlight. Of all the rousing ovations in the Winter Classic alumni game in December 31st, 2011, none were louder than the cheers reserved for Perron. After all, how often you get to see a 66-year-old goalie not only take the ice, but hold his opponent scoreless in this 5 minutes of ice time. 66 years old, wow. And then last but not least, in our Flyers goaltending history, we have Michael Leighton. Of course, what a way to end it off. Prior to his deep run with the Flyers in 2010, Leighton's only postseason experience had been in the junior and minor league levels. He sure looked like he belonged, setting a playoff record, 3 shutouts as Philly won its first Eastern Conference crown since 1997. And that does it for the 2022 Philadelphia Flyers hockey card collection. So that does it. Probably one of the longest collection videos we've ever done, almost 40 minutes. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We did that in pretty much 39 or so minutes. But anyways, thank you all very much for watching. For Ice Pros, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below if you are new. That'll do it for Hockey Card Collections for a little bit. Next up now will be the Pittsburgh Penguins. So make sure to stay tuned for that. They're a pretty big team as well. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.